Now, my speech is divided into 4 areas. One, there will be a brief introduction. Second, I will be calling Professor Kiari Mwaura to do a small presentation on what we do as a county. 3, I'll be calling Meshak. He will take us through on some automation we do. Then finally, I'll now come back to give a substantive presentation on why we are here and what opportunities are there for everyone. Once I'm done with those 4 points, I'm done. And therefore, let me start with the first point, a brief introduction before I go to my presentation. This event has 4 main goals. Those goals are: 1, to market Murang'a County. You know, assume there are 2 persons, person A and person B. They are selling motor vehicles. Person A does not speak. He keeps quiet. Person B speaks. You'd imagine the second person who does the marketing will sell his vehicle. So today, whether there will be deals signed here or not, we believe we'll have marketed Murang'a County as an investment destination. We believe without marketing, people will be attracted to this county. They will even do private deals, maybe even Murang'a County properties, the land, the plots, the produce like avocado and other things. They'll get some markup by mere fact that we held this conference today. So therefore, you just coming here, we are happy. We have achieved objective 1. Objective 2 is, we hope, once we show you what we have, you will come and invest and you will pay us some revenue. And therefore the county will get money. If we don't do that, we will be compelled to add more taxes to Murang'a people. But now it's like we are opening a new revenue stream without us now telling Murang'a people, pay more market fees, pay more single business permit, pay more liquor license, and therefore, at the end of the day, whatever opportunity will show you, if you agree to them and you decide to put your money, now we will have made Murang'a County own source revenue to increase and therefore enable us to do more in Murang'a County. The third, and I think the most important reason, we believe your investment in this county, they will create jobs. We all know how our relatives, our brothers and sisters, particularly young graduates and young people, they are always pushing us, how can I get employment? Creating employment is one of the very hard thing any government can deliver. But governments don't create job per se. It is very impossible for us to tell young people, come join county government of Murang'a to get jobs, because that then will mean our wage bill will expand and it will reach a point it will be unsustainable. Jobs are created by private sector, you persons who are here. Let me give you an example for you to understand. Look at Nairobi Central Business District. How many buildings there are owned by either national government or Nairobi city government? Maybe 5%. 95% of all those shiny buildings you see in Nairobi, it is private people who came with ideas. They decided to put up all those shiny offices and buildings. What government did is only to provide water, infrastructure, and such. And therefore, when we look at you here, investors, you are the people to create jobs for Murang'a people. And therefore, us is to create an enabling environment to give you what can we do, what incentives can we do, so that you come here, you put your money, and you create jobs for Murang'a people. The other goal at the end of the day of this is the idea of creating backward linkages. What do I mean? I mean, manufacturing is the most important sector in job creation and creating backward linkages. Here I mean benefits that accrue beyond the direct jobs that an entity can have. An example, if you put up an avocado factory in Murang'a, you not only create direct jobs, but you also enable the farmers who have several avocado trees in Murang'a, their value to go up. The same in coffee, mangoes, let's say even sunflower, or any other produce that is produced by Murang'a people. And therefore, if you come here and you tell us you have this idea, you have this capital, we will give you that opportunity in our investment opportunities. You help create those synergies. Now, allow me to come to the main presentation of what Murang'a is offering. So whoever is handling this, can you now go to the presentation? Because now this is the core of this conference. We are basically telling you what do we have for you, and in this county, what opportunities are there, how do you get them? And as whoever is handling this comes into being, you can also log in on www.murang'a.go.ke. You get all those documents. www.murang'a.go.ke. You'll get all those documents. So allow me to now go to the presentation. Yes. We scroll to the next page. We start here. First, why are we inviting manufacturers and industries? We have studied the world about economic development, and we have realized that there is no single country that has ever become rich without industrialization and manufacturing. The opportunities we had, those lands, we could have called in, let's say, people who want to do hotels, any other kind of investment, housing, it's okay. But for us as a county, we want to pivot directly into manufacturing for the obvious reason we know it is the only way to become rich in this world. Take, for instance, look at Korea on your left side. That's a satellite image of modern Korea. Korea is divided into two, North Korea and South Korea. Below there is South Korea at night. Up there is North Korea. Look at how dark North Korea is. Look at how South Korea is at night. So we want Murang'a, God willing, not now. Maybe our dream will take 10, 50 years, whatever. But we pray God, one day Murang'a becomes South Korea. Look at Shanghai in China in 1930s, how it used to look. The same modern Shanghai now. And you can see the common thread is manufacturing and industrialization. Next slide. Same way, Shanghai then and how now it looks. And you all know the manufacturing center of this world is China. So the point we are trying to drive is the centrality of manufacturing in economic development. Next. Now, this one, I don't know whether you're able to see. Every year, United Nations Development Program, they publish something called Human Development Index. It shows, it ranks countries from number one to number last, how well the citizenry of those countries are living. They look at several parameters, including life expectancy, how long on average do people of that country live in that country. Some countries averagely you live there for 50 years, then you die. Others like China and like Japan, the average life expectancy is almost 100 years. Several indicators, including health and education. We deliberately compared Human Development Index of Kenya with that of Bangladesh. On the yellow is Bangladesh, the green is Kenya. If you look at the bar down there, you will see in 1919, the year 2000, or even 2005, Bangladesh was poorer than Kenya. But in the year 2008, Bangladesh converged with Kenya and it started becoming richer than Kenya. Now you can see we are in the year 2025, Bangladesh is richer than Kenya. Why? Simple reason. The government of Bangladesh decided to position itself as the country for apparel making. And once they were able to do so, manufacturers who do clothes, they all went and invested there. That's how now in 2008 we converged, and now Bangladesh is a better country than Kenya. We believe if we pivot to manufacturing, Kenya will be richer than Bangladesh. Next slide. And okay, we all know conferences generally have not a very good name because people argue, people just come and talk. But allow me to persuade those who have a view why conferences are important. How else can you attract investors? You can sit down and wait for investors to trickle one by one. That will take ages. But you see, when you bring people together like we have done today, you pass the information faster, in a more aggregated manner, and therefore investors take decisions in a more faster way. So the conference is the idea of bringing the investor faster by bringing them together and disseminating that information in a more faster manner. So we therefore believe this conference is important in selling Murang'a as an investment destination. Next slide. So therefore, what are the objectives of the county? One of this conference. One is to showcase what investment opportunities we have in manufacturing, in health and technology. Two, we hope to attract private capital from local and international entities. Number three, we hope to provide a networking platform for investors and policymakers. And then finally, we want to build long-term partnership that create jobs and accelerate Murang'a County development. Next slide is the expected outcomes is that we will have onboarded local, foreign and diaspora investors. Two, we open Murang'a as an investment destination into the future. Three, we increase investor awareness and commitments in key sector. And finally, we strengthen public-private partnership. Before I go now to the main area, let me first go back and really emphasize on point number 4. Why the partnership between private and public is so important. I'm sure you can see this investment that we have done to hold this conference. It is capital intensive. If we had used resources from Murang'a County, it would have meant we redirect the resources from the UJI program for the young children to this. But we are happy to say almost 75% of all these resources used to hold this, they have come from the private sector. They have come from the private sector. You have paid to come here, 10,000 shilling minimum, VIP 30,000. The exhibitors here have paid us. The key sponsors have paid millions of money, and therefore we believe that if you want to save county from expending its own taxes, the best strategy is to get the private sector. And we are saying thank you for believing in Murang'a. And therefore, on that score, I have to really acknowledge our main sponsor, Equity Bank. We have other, can you clap for Equity Bank? Let me also mention Del Monte. We have Kakuzi. We have Jubilee Insurance, clap for them. We have Aga Khan Hospital. We have NCBA Bank. We have Cooperative Bank, Lab Fund, Farm Limited. We have a Chinese company called Shadong Holdings. We have Family Bank, Amica. We have Fintrinet. We have CPF. We have DT Bank, Finsco, KTDA, Mamangena University, Metropolitan Hospital, Murang'a University, and Pioneer University. Clap for them. I hope I have mentioned everyone, because were it not for them, we would have used taxpayers' money, but you have found it fit to support us, and we do this. So let me now come to the opportunities. The first opportunity is Murang'a Industrial Park. This land was ceded to the county government of Murang'a by Del Monte. It is 1,300 acres. 500 acres we have donated to export processing zone. According to the understanding we have with EPZ, is that we can also market them, because to our own interest if they were to fill up that park. So therefore, if you're interested in doing export business, please talk to us or talk to EPZA. You will benefit. 2, the other remainder of that land is about 800 acres. Murang'a County Assembly passed what we call a master plan. That master plan indicates the opportunities that are there. And maybe I can show you the master plan. Can you highlight the master plan? It was there. No, there. Can you highlight it? So this is the master plan passed by the Assembly. That color there, the main color there, is it purple? So that is industrial zone. The 500 below, this other one there in the middle, now that is now the county-owned industrial zone for manufacturing. Up there then you will see other uses. There is the hospital area, what we are calling Medicity. We have also opportunities in commercial, and this land is very near from the Thika Greens. It is only 5 minutes from Thika town. We are very happy with the Ministry of Lands. They are about to give us the title document. There's a document I know very soon we'll get from the ministry, and also National Lands. And therefore, if you take up this position, this land, you will definitely have gotten prime property that is near the Nairobi market. Next opportunity, continue. Yes, this number 2 is County Aggregation and Industrial Park, KAIP. This land is located at Zabka, Kabati. This land is already titled in county's favor, so this is very clean land. Already, we have some facilities there. There's a primary school that we gave to the area member of parliament, Mheshimiwa Maua. There's a nursery. We also put some tarmac there. And therefore, it was 35 acres. When you now exclude the primary school 6, you are left with 29 acres. We are putting sheds for about 10 acres. So the balance is also there. You can either choose to go to the sheds or to the other part which do not have sheds and you do your self-development. Then number 3, we have the Gekono landfill. Now, the national government built the only landfill in East and Central Africa in Murang'a. A landfill is different with a dump site. A dump site is where people pick waste, then they go and dump it in an open field. But a dump site is the opposite. You take waste, you segregate, you remove plastic, you do recycling, you remove metals, you do recycling. Then you are left with what we call organic, which can be turned into manure. You can also do value addition to that. Then the very last, you bury it and you put some sod, which then can help to even generate electricity and also gas. This is on a 50-acre piece of land. It's also near Kabati. It's, I think, 5 minutes from Kabati. Well serviced. The infrastructure has been developed. We are giving this opportunity to anyone who wants. Because at a certain time it had closed down. We are happy with what the farmers are doing, but we also think that if anyone is interested in partnering with the farmers, that can be an opportunity. Maybe we can take you and link up with the current management of the factory. You enter into some MOU in terms of helping that entity to upscale. That is an opportunity which we can help you link with the farmers who are currently managing that factory. That entity collects about 50,000 liters per day. So there is availability of the raw material. Number 5, are small and medium enterprises parks across the county. Small pieces of land which anyone interested in adding value can approach us. Number 6 is a cultural site. Let me give a caveat here, because we have received a petition from Wazes, the elders of this county, saying, you governor and the county government, are you trying to sell Mukrowa Nyagadanga? And our answer is no. And we are trying to tell our elders, think of Vatican. Those of us who are Catholics, we go to Vatican for spiritual nourishment. But as we go there, we leave dollars in the city of Rome. Those who are Muslims, they go to Mecca and they leave millions of shillings there. Those who are Christians, they go to Jerusalem and they see where Jesus walked. Surely, those of us who are Kikuyus, we all know we came from a place called Mukrowa Nyagadanga in Murang'a Kiharu constituency. We need to create value so that people can come there and dollars are left in Mukrowa Nyagadanga. That's the whole logic. We will ensure that investment does not negate our culture, does not negate our tradition, but is the right thing to do. We create value out of that cultural heritage. So, anyone interested, approach us, but definitely you will have a conversation with the elders of Gikuyu. Number 7 is an agricultural training center. This land measures about 140 acres. The county government, in its wisdom, gave about 50 acres to Murang'a University, but there is a remainder of about 90. We currently use it to teach agriculture courses. We also grow some tea there. But we feel maybe one of you here has an idea on what else can be done on that land. It's very rich. It is in the upper zone. KTDA, they think they have an idea. It's okay. But we are also open to any other investor who can come with an idea on how we can harness more value out of that land. Now, you have heard about the opportunities that are there. What are the steps if you're interested? So we have something called steps in investing. Number 1, fill up the attached expression of interest form. I don't know whether you delegates, you have it. Anyone with a form, can you raise your hand? There's a form that you are given when you are entering. Anyone who doesn't have a form, can you show us? You don't have that form. You are supposed to have that form. That form, I don't know who can come with it. I show you how it looks. So that form, you need to fill it. That form does not constitute a formal application of land or opportunity. No, it is not. It will help us get an idea what is the market saying, so that the day we will formally now invite you, we will recast our terms in a manner that captures your aspirations. So we really need you to give us your form. Either you fill up that, it will help us understand what you want, so that when we do the formal process, we tailor make it in your favor. Number 2, once you fill that form, you can submit it online, www.murang'a.go.ke, or you deliver it physically to Murang'a County offices. But there's also our CEC, Mogo. Please, can you be upstanding? You can give to Mogo that form. And if you don't have it, Mogo will give you a copy of that form. Thank you. You can also send that form to that email, which is invest@murang'a.go.ke. Once you fill it, the deadline for filling it is on 14th of August 2025. Next slide. Next slide is the county will not demand any payment for filling that form. The county will review the form on or before 14th of September 2025. Then we'll initiate formal processes for investment consideration on or before 14th October 2025. What benefits do you get by filling it? It will mean we will then have a moral duty to notify you when we commence the formal processes. The terms and conditions of the actual opportunity will be communicated at that stage. Those terms include tenure of leases. For how long will the counties give you a lease? Amount of rent payable. And then we will onboard to finalize this process by 14th of December 2025, if all factors remain constant. Next. Now, allow me to take you through this form. Can you highlight the page A? Yes, that one. Now, that form has what we call category A, which are mainly know your customer points. That is the name of the investor, your physical address, such. Where do you work? How long? Nature of your business, the category of your business. Number B, okay, once you invest, how many jobs do you think you will create? It means the more jobs you create, the higher chance you have of us giving you the land. 2, backward linkages. It means your investment that you want to bring to Murang'a, how many backward linkages, let's say like farmers, who will benefit out of it. So if, for instance, you were to say, I'm an investor, I want that land to put an avocado factory, your chances of getting the land will go up. In comparison, let's say you say, I want to put a bullet factory, because bullets, so where do you get the raw materials from? But avocado, we know, it will be our Murang'a people benefiting. Number 3, you will have to tell us who is your financier, who is your banker. Why? We don't want money laundering in Murang'a. Yeah. And secondly, we will look at who is your financier. If it is a Tier 1 bank, we know you are a serious investor. But if we see you are the financial institution behind you is a bank that I will not mention, we will be very suspicious of your proposition. Number 4, you need to indicate how much money you intend to invest. And then you attach a very important document called letter of comfort from your bank. That means your bank needs to tell us, yes, we know this guy, and we know he is a customer of good standing. Without that, then you will have speculators coming to seek this opportunity. Number 5, you need to say which site. Number 6, what is the size of land do you need? Number 7, what incentives do you want from the county in terms of the prices, whatever. Of course, the higher price you give us, the better your chances. The less you give us, the lower your chances. Yes, you need to tell us whether you want undeveloped land or developed land. Why? We know of some entities that have said us we want to put up factories, but we want a developed warehouse. Indicate that. Number 8, which sector do you want to invest in? If you say you want to do agro-processing, your chance go high, because we have a strategic interest in developing agriculture. Number 9, when will you start to do the actual construction? If we give you the opportunity today, do you have the money to start tomorrow? If you say after 1 year, you have very little chance of getting the opportunity. But if you say, yes, I have the money tomorrow, your chances go up. Number 10, when will you complete building? That's also very important to us. We want this, the faster you do the investment, the better it is for us. Number 11, are you the actual investor or do you intend to sublease? Again, we are discouraging people who will get the opportunity and start selling. So we are interested more in the actual people doing the investment. Number 12, do you have interest in investing in private sector? There are some people here we think who may say, okay, for us, we do not want to do anything with the county. Us is, let's say, do you know of any entity that does export of mangoes? We can help you to link with them. Number 13, any other information that you might have. That ends there, and then you will sign. Now, let me finalize by stating some of the issues we have had, questions we have had in this journey. Question number 1 has been, what title document will you give us? Ownership document that will protect us in case you leave your position. Of course, I will not be the governor of Murang'a forever. So you need to have a legal document that protects your interests. You will get something called a lease. Something called lease. A lease will be registered by the Ministry of Lands. That's why we are really working closely with the Ministry of Lands, because they need to create what is called a register that anyone can go there and even inspect to show that lease exists. So therefore, number one, you will get something called a lease. A lease is a legal document of having land, and it is registrable. Number two, for how long? There's a law that was passed by Murang'a County Assembly called Murang'a Leases and Allotment Act. It said our lease maximum period is 30 years. I repeat, 30 years. Does that then mean after 30 years you are kicked out? Not necessarily so. Why? Under land laws, anyone who is possessing land has what we call preemptive rights of renewal of that lease, unless you have not built it. Number three, a question has been asked: will you require people to develop immediately? Yes. We'll definitely give you a special condition of lease. You must develop within 1 year. Failure to that, the land reverts back to us. Number four, how much will you ask this? That question again, you wait until we will put the official advert on or about September. But this is not free land. No, I'm sorry, this is not free land. You have to pay Murang'a County government money. We want that money, by the way. That money will be used to fund Inua Mkulima, I don't know, Smart City. So we really need that money. Yes, so there's some money. And therefore, the more you are willing to give Murang'a money, the more your chances of getting the land. So consider that. The other issue I've had in this journey has been, what incentives will Murang'a County government give to you, investors? They include, one, there's a law that is pending before the Assembly where we are proposing to create a one-stop shop for all your approvals that will be done there. And therefore, that's an opportunity. One-stop shop, regulatory, hand-holding. Also, we will consider waiving some fees. We are currently engaged with the Ministry of Trade and Investment to register this land at Del Monte as a special economic zone. Once that process ends, it will mean there will be tax benefits on that particular land. Finally, another question you have been asked is, will these investments that we'll put in Murang'a, is there any form of quarrel? No. Everyone is on board. Murang'a people want opportunities, and therefore we don't have any squatters there. This is land legally owned by the county, and therefore this is land that is present for you, and therefore you are welcome in considering them. Today, you'll be taken through why invest in Murang'a, the opportunities in detail, one by one. Tomorrow, you will go to those sites physically, and then we'll have a golf tournament, and then that is it. Thank you.